What's up, YouTube? Vimmer here. Doing one more deck profile for you guys. I just did the deck profile for Aladdin. It should have gone up Tuesday? Yeah, Tuesday. This deck, it should be... Sorry, I'm recording these the same day. It just makes it easier. This deck should be going up Friday. So it should be Friday. So hi to all you Friday people. Have a good day. So this is, as you can tell, this is Little Mermaid. This was a deck I built to try to get my wife to play, because that is her favorite Disney movie of all times. And as a redhead, as my wife is a redhead, she had to be a fan of mermaids with red hair. So this is your player card. High health with a 7. He's got a 5 on attack value and 1 magic. This deck is primarily a world racer. Like, this is a world racer. You don't want to challenge very often. You're primarily going into battle against Heartless on worlds. That's about it. And you're trying, and you've got a ton of Heartless to try to out world race your opponent. So let's start this off with Sora Valor form. Sora Valor form, you have to discard a card from your hand and a Goof or a Donald that you have in play. You get to draw an additional card during your draw phase, which is great. And then all magic damage done by this card is doubled. That's really good. So he drops your attack down by 1, that doesn't matter, but he increases your magic up to 4, which can play all of our magic cards just off of him. So that is amazing. Plus, any magic he does is damage doubled. So you're killing the crap out of Heartless turn after turn. 2 Ariel, level 1. If you're going to play Ariel, make sure you pick up the very original Ariels. The Break of Dawn level 1s suck. Ariel level 1 says when you take a health damage, you can discard her and prevent 1 health damage. She's great. Like I said, you're trying to prevent challenge damage, you're trying to prevent world, like if your opponent's got stuff on your world that says you're taking damage every turn, you're trying to prevent that. You're trying to out world race your opponent while keeping your health high to prevent aggro. 2 Ariel level 2. She does the exact same thing, but instead she says you don't take up to 2 damage. And then 3 Ariel level 3. Up to 3 damage. So if you're taking somehow up to 3 damage at one, you just discard her from your friend area and prevent all 3 damage. She's fantastic. And then each one is 1 higher on attack and magic value than the ones previous to them. So it goes 3, 2, 1 down levels. So, and then we've got 1 level 4 Ariel. She does the exact same thing as the level 3. But she's got level 4 and a level 4 magic attack value. Because we're playing magic cards, 2 Dawn level 1, 1 Donald level 2, 2 Donald level 3, this one is the draw one, and then 1 Donald Duck level 4, he's the one that searches out your magic cards. 2 Sebastian, he is what's amazing. Sebastian says the value of all attack cards is 0. Even your own. You don't care. You really don't. You just make sure your opponent's attack cards like Ultima, Oblivion, all of that are 0, so that they're not doing much to challenge against you. Or what you can do is you can battle a Heartless on your world, use your Oath Keepers and stuff to gain health back, and then just kind of roll with, and then just sit Sebastian on your table and go, eh. So that's why Sebastian's really good. Then we play 2 Flounder. When he comes into play, you search your deck for an Ariel, add it to your hand. I'd play 3, but I can't find my other one. I'll be honest with you guys. 3 King Triton. Triton is fantastic. I wish I owned 1 more Break of Dawn one, but I don't, so I'm playing 2 and 1. So, King Triton says when he comes into play, he's a level 1. So you can play him down as a level 1, then he goes back up to level 2. So that's great. The only difference between the Break of Dawn one and this one is when this King Triton comes into play, you have to discard all aerial cards you control. But then you can start playing aerials again. So it's unlike Ursula, where you don't get to play more aerial. But that's not really a big deal. So if you just got one aerial in play, slap down King Triton and play another aerial. You don't care. But that's why I wish I had more Triton, so then I didn't have to lose the one aerial. One Fairy Godmother, she searches out your magic friends. You only play 2, but that's still good enough because you're playing 2 Tinkerbell. They are your health regain. I play 1 level 1 of the promo and then 1 level 2 of the Break of Dawn. Either one comes into play and you gain health, or gain 2 health when they come into play. It's really good. Oh, sorry, Fairy Godmother, you can discard her to search out the magic friend. Sorry, I didn't mention that. And when you discard her, she has to be removed from play. Get into attack cards, you play 2 of them. 2 Oathkeeper. It's really good. Gain 1 health for every time you kill a Heartless, so you're just making sure your health stays high. Play 1 Oblivion equipment card. The only reason you play this is to make sure you're beating Heartless. Like, that's really the only reason you play this. Now, 3 Atlantica, level 3, like I said, this is primary World Racer. You have to discard 2 friend cards in play to play this card. That's okay. You have a ton of bench of just friend cards just sitting around. Like, after you play Flounder, he becomes useless. So you can play Atlantica without fear. You can play this after you've summoned and used Tinkerbell, get rid of Flounder and Tinkerbell, and there's your level 3. So this does not set you back in any way. 2 level 2 Atlantica. One of the things that's nice about this is it says attack cards cannot be played here. If this is your topmost world and your opponent challenges you, they are considered challenging you on your world. So all effects of worlds have to be played at the time of this at the time of the topmost world. So your opponent cannot play attack cards because of this card. You cannot play attack cards because of this card during that challenge. But the nice thing about that is you don't care. You're blowing out the Heartless on this world with magic, so you really don't care about this card. It just really is there for if your opponent challenges you while this is up, your opponent cannot play magic or attack cards. But if you challenged your opponent while this is up, your opponent be able to play attack cards because you'd be technically on their world at that point, not your own. And then 3 Atlantica level 1, when it comes into play, search your deck for a aerial and add it to your hand. Any number of dark cards also can be played here. So it has a dark no limit, so that's not really that big of a deal though. 2 Gravera, you're trying to get rid of your opponent's lower based level friend cards at all times so that they can't get up into playing their higher levels. That's pretty much it. 1 Fire, and then a Blizzara and Thundaga. That's really all you need. I understand that there's Thundaga, Blizzaga, and Firaga, but with you at all times doing constant damage to Heartless by battle, by everything, I mean, you really don't need more than those 3 because you can recycle them. 3 Sheltered Zone. This one I'll read to you guys. If this card is on your opponent's world card, you may discard this card during your action phase. If you do so, you may choose up to 4 Sea Neon cards from your hand and place them onto that world, ignoring their levels and the world's dark card limit. This does not count as a play. That is an amazing ability, because instead of your opponent having to deal with 1 Heartless, your opponent could at that point be dealing with up to 4. It's really good. I do only play 3 Sea Neon. It's just for the deck's room. You want, I wanted to keep the deck's count low, because you don't have enough room for everything, sadly, and you want to make sure you're getting to your world cards at all times. Now, if I had it, I would be playing Cloud in this deck because it being a World Racer. I want to kill Heartless. So if anybody has an extra copy of Cloud, please let me know. I would love to pick it up from you. These are level 4, 11 POW, and then we play 2 Screwdriver, level 4, 12 POW. It's just a basic Heartless. And then 2 Creeper Plant. I've said before that I play 2 in most of my decks. Now you guys may have noticed I didn't play any in my Aladdin deck, and that's because if my opponent shoves a Stealth Sneak onto my world, I don't care because I just was using worlds not to world race, but to battle my opponent. I mean, or to gain health. With these, I need Creeper Plant because Stealth Sneak is a huge deal, and you want to get rid of it from your world card at all times. Stealth Sneak, the top 4 hardest and biggest deal Heartless and Villain cards to get rid of and deal with are number 1 Stealth Sneak, number 2 Cerberus, number 3 Behemoth, and number 4 Cave of Wonders Guardian. Those are the top 4 biggest to deal with Heartless cards that your opponent can play. Or anybody can play. It doesn't matter. So I really hope you guys like the deck. It's a fun little deck. It's Little Mermaid. It's adorable. So I hope you guys have a good one. If you like it, please hit that thumbs up button. If you guys really do like it, go ahead and leave a comment. For any suggestions, I always take suggestions, things like that. But you guys have a good one. Peace.